Okay, this is going to be a real quick, simple guide to what I did as far as hooking up a amplifier to a 2018 Mazda 6. I ran my power wire through the firewall. There's a rubber boot back in there. It's hard to see, but that's what I used to get through from the inside. Ran it right through that hole and ran the wires all the way back through, fished it behind the seat and up into the trunk. That will be your power wire. There's all kinds of bolts down here you have access to hook up your ground. Now, the speaker wire I tied in is behind here. I have a little guide I'll show you in a minute. So anyways, I have my one speaker wire that's tied to this rear door speaker. The other speaker wire, again, these floor things, they just pop out real easy. The problem is I couldn't find any guide on what wire went to what, so I had to cut into it to figure out what speaker wire went to what. Now, it gets confusing. The yellow and green on top turn to red and blue on this side. And I couldn't tell what was positive and what was negative. So I had to open it up and I get a 9-volt battery, connect onto the wires. And watch which way the speaker pops in or out to figure out whether I'm on positive or negative. See how it pops out? That means I have it wired correctly. That way it pops in, it's backwards. So, in this case, I know the yellow is positive. So here is my guide. On the driver's side, the pink turns to red, they're positive. The white turns to blue, they're negative. Passenger side, the side we're on here, yellow turns to red, the positive. Green turns to blue, they're negative. Again, probably shouldn't cut into the wires, cut them in half anyway, but I couldn't find any information, so I cut them to be sure I had positive and negative. So I'm going to end up tying another pair of speaker wires there, and I'll run them back through here behind the seat and into the trunk. At that point, take something like this line out converter. I'll tie the left and right speakers to here. This will be what turns my amplifier on. I got a couple grounds, and it takes a 12-volt source, which I'll also tie to the amplifier. Blue power right there. And at that point, you got your RCA outs to your amplifier, and then you just connect your amplifier to your subwoofer or whatever you're hooking up to. I'm sure there's a lot of things I could have done better here, but that's my short and sweet guide.